Hello and welcome back to Homesteading Northern Michigan. Today we're in my workshop because I got a gift from Sandy at Suburban Homesteader Wyoming. She, on a live, she painted my dog Sasha. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? I absolutely love it. What I love the most about it is that she captured the look perfectly. I'll put a picture right next to it. Her eyes, it's like she's looking out of the wall at me. It's awesome. I absolutely love it, Sandy. So thank you so much. I will leave a link in the description to her time lapse. And if you want to spend the 2 hours and watch her live, I'm sure she still has that up. But I'll put a link to that in there also. So what we're going to do today is we're making a frame for my painting. And seeing how it's an abstract and really colorful, I've decided to use a variety of woods and go with like a mosaic pattern, some sort. Not even a pattern, just a random abstract mosaic to go with my awesome painting. So the choice of woods we're going to use today is, I'm pretty sure this is Purple Heart. We have some red cedar. We have some cherry burl. Regular cherry wood. Some maple. I don't know if I'm going to use these pieces yet. I got to cut into it and find out if it's figured or not. This, I don't know what it is. My dad gave me this. It is some kind of African wood. It is extremely hard. If you get a splinter with this, it's almost impossible to get out until it festers up. But we're going to be using that also as like little strips in between the pieces. And then some figured walnut. This has got some nice curl in there. You guys will see that in the end when it's all said and done, polyurethane. But as far as right now, let's get these processed up. Since my piece of Purple Heart here is only 3 inches at the smallest part, I'm gonna have to do them in 3-inch blocks, but I was gonna go with a 1-inch cut. So I should be able to get two cuts out of each one. So I'm gonna true this up, and get everything cut into about 3-inch blocks. So that way I can glue them all together and slice off my 1-inch pieces. Kind of like what you would do for a cutting board. So let's do this. Well, I'm sorry about that, guys. The camera must have died. I looked up at it and the light was still blinking, and then when I finished it wasn't. So You guys missed out on, I'm guessing, 5 minutes, maybe less. So let's get this, let's get these mapped out, how we're gonna put them, and we'll glue them up. Okay, so now we have our 2 pieces. Remember, because of the Purple Heart, we can only go so long, or else I would have made these all one piece and cut them all out. But we have these all done up, matched up nicely, and we're gonna cut them, true them up, and clean them up because they're not the same. Some of them I decided to turn sideways, just to make it be the proper length here. So everything matches up. Well, looks nice. So let's true it up, clean it up, and let's get 2 frame rails at each side. there's all our picture frames. I dropped the one, so it's being glued back up. It broke right here. That's pretty, isn't it? Okay, so we have our pieces glued up and cut. All right. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna make these last longer by putting a piece of this African wood, real tight grain, real straight. I'm gonna glue these to them, so that'll be like a backing. And that'll make all these glued up joints really stiff. Be nice. So, put this back away. Let's set these guys up right thickness. Okay, so I got all 4 of these glued up. Looking pretty. And I think I am going to put one on the side because I'm going to put a bit. I'm going to use a router bit to kind of shape these a little bit. So I think I'm going to put one on the outside or inside. I haven't decided yet. Might put one on both. And kind of encase in the Neapolitan Mosaic looking frame I got going on here. So you see here we got the walnut, red cedar, cherry burl, maple, purple heart, walnut, cherry, purple heart, walnut, purple heart. That's the maple, cherry, red cedar, hyper walnut. And then in between, these are black African wood, depending on what it is. So, when this glues up or dries up, we'll get going on the next part. Okay, so now we got our backs on here, but we've developed a little bit of a bow on each one, like consistently. So what I'm going to do, so I'm going to plane this edge, this lip off, and I'm going to cut a strip to put on the side, and I'll give it more of a border, and I will also hold it straight. Oh, yeah. Yep, I'm starting to hit it now. Alright guys, well the camera position is putting it in a weird angle, but here's one side, and that's going to be the side that I put the glue on, and I'll straighten it out with a nice strip. So anyways, this is what I came up with. I got all 4 pieces clamped to a taped up board, so that way it don't stick to the board if glue gets on there. We have our 4 strips of wenge. I would say they're a little thicker than 1/4 inch maybe. And those are gonna get glued on there like so. I'll trim off the excess, shape these, and cut them into a picture frame and glue them all together, and we're about done, aren't we? Okay, so we got our board sanded, our frame sanded. Now we're going to put down these end pieces. This might be a little tricky. Stick a little, just hold them for a second. That should be nice. Well, I apologize, guys. My battery went dead. You know them old excuses. I had to get this glued up real quick. It was already on the wood to wood. Shim it around so I get it flush with the back side. And that is why I just ordered another 12 clamps. The lovely smell of cedar. Look at that, guys. Isn't that pretty? Now, I'm not perfect. I do have a crack here because it developed that bow in it. There's a couple cracks where I had to take and bend it back. So I had to relieve pressure somewhere, right? So I have a couple cracks in here, but I'm gonna take and put some sawdust putty mixture. I'm gonna make sawdust glue putty. That's what I'm gonna make. And I'm gonna put that in there, fill the cracks. So I'm gonna do these repairs on these and let that dry. I'll get those sanded off and I will meet back with you guys when we're gonna put the round over on here. All right, and then we're gonna cut the groove that's gonna actually go around the picture. So what it's gonna actually pin to the painting. So I will meet you guys back here in a little bit. Okay, so now that this is dry, nice and hard, we're gonna sand it off lightly, because if we build up too much friction, it will get warm and it will pull that glue putty out of the crack. So you don't want it to get too hot. Barely applying any pressure. A little bit. Yeah. And right here we have, I did that whole corner right there, had a gap. And then a crack here, and a crack here. this is what we got now. Which I'll give them a nice sanding and give them a nice finish when they're done. We got some burning on the hard stuff. This is the purple heart that burnt. And we got some burn on the cherry. That's also pretty hard. Cherry burl didn't burn though. That was kind of weird. So we'll get that all sanded down nice and neat. But first, we are going to cut our grooves, our lip. This is going to sit over the picture frame. So I'll figure out how far down I want to go. I'm probably going to go a little bit in. Maybe half inch maybe. I'll probably come in, and then we'll cut the groove here. So we're going to cut this groove for this painting, and then we'll do our miters, and we'll put it together. Sand these out. I'm going to meet you off camera, or I'll meet you back on camera right after I sand these clean, because I don't want a rounded edge on the bottom. So we'll see. Now I'm just going to end up cutting a groove in here, so well, that didn't work out now, did it? Woo! Try that again. Okay, so now we have our frame pieces all sanded up and smooth. Alright, they're ready for finish. But before we put our clear coat on this, we're going to cut the 45s. We're going to cut the miters. We're going to put this guy together. Well, so what we're going to do here, we're going to try and evenly I want to make these as even as possible so the miters connect and they look perfect. I guess I'm going to go and take these guys right to the corners. And I'm going to see how much further I got to trim, and I'll trim equally on both sides. So that way, it will end up centered. Hopefully, right guys? May have to go deeper with my groove on the back. That's gonna be close though. I mean, like that's it. Like that's gonna come up perfect. Get these guys all the way to the corner here. I'll check the backs, make sure they're right. That looks right. In there, I'm just gluing it. Fits in there with extra room. All right, I'm trimming those two pieces. Look at that. I got it to line up, guys. Got a little off there, but not much. You have to really look at it to see that it's off. I am extremely proud of myself with this one, guys. Look at that frame. That looks good. I'm gluing it up, guys. Let me know in the comments if any of you guys have done this woodworking. I've done it with boxes and painter's tape. This might not hold. Don't think I have painter's tape right now. We will see. Still gonna get clamps. Let this dry for a few minutes. Okay, so what we have here is what I use to do my splines. And I already set it up because that takes quite a bit of time and I don't want to bore you guys. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut into the corner of these and I'm going to put a piece of wood running the opposite way and sealing off this end grain. That'll make it extremely stable. So I already got this fixed down. Got the blade set where I want it. And we're gonna make a cut and see how it turns out. Perfect. That gives me this nice groove here, and I will put in a piece of maple or something in there. Give it some accent here. have these corner pieces cut perfectly. They all match. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some cherry strips, cherry or maple. I might use maple, but I'm going to cut them into the thickness of the saw blade here, and I will glue them in there, and that will strengthen up this corner joints. Make this frame last a long time. Okay, so we have our frame, and all we got to do is sand it down a little bit. So we're going to get this glue cleaned up. You can see the miters turned out good with the splines in them. So we're going to sand those down. I think this is the look I want. And there it is, guys. We'll let this dry for a few minutes, and we'll see what it's looking like. I'd like to thank you guys for watching Homesteading Northern Michigan. I'd like to give a very special thank you to Sandy over at Suburban Homesteader Wyoming. That's absolutely amazing painting. I love it, Sandy. Michelle loves it. You captured her eyes so well. Look at them looking at you. She was so cute. So, I encourage everybody to go check out Sandy at Suburban Homesteader Wyoming. She doesn't need help with subscribers, but you're definitely not going to regret subscribing to her channel. Whether it's homesteading, gardening, canning, I guess that's all homesteading, right? She does arts and crafts, and she does a whole assortment of different series and videos. She's an amazing channel, an amazing person, and I absolutely love watching her videos. So go check out Sandy. I'll leave a link in her channel link in the description, along with both links to her painting this painting for me. One's a live stream, one's a video, like time lapse. So go check those out, or check one of them out. Subscribe to her, tell her Homesteading Northern Michigan sent you, and you guys have a very, very blessed day. Thanks for watching Homesteading Northern Michigan.